What compels a royal so famously reserved to break her silence with a message that leaves the nation buzzing? When Princess Anne, the pillar of dedication and duty, spoke directly to Prince William, her words carried a gravity that shook the royal family to its core. In a time of shifting loyalties, public scrutiny, and internal strife, what truth did she feel compelled to share, and why now? Could her words be the key to mending the cracks within the monarchy, or do they reveal deeper tensions that threaten its future? How has her directness influenced William's approach as a future king, and what does it mean for the family's legacy in a changing world? Let's uncover the story behind her shocking message and its ripple effects on the future of the crown. Princess Anne has always been the epitome of duty within the British royal family, a steady presence in a world that often seems consumed by its own drama. While others may steal the headlines with their controversies or charm the public with carefully curated smiles, Anne's commitment to her role has earned her a reputation as the hardest-working royal. Yet, even for someone so accustomed to carrying the weight of expectations, recent events have tested her resilience, and her words to Prince William have left many stunned. In the wake of Queen Elizabeth II's passing, the royal family has been navigating uncharted waters. The transition to King Charles's reign has brought both change and tension as family dynamics shifted under the spotlight of public scrutiny. For Anne, the loss of her mother was not just deeply personal but also marked the end of a chapter where stability reigned, at least outwardly. As the family grapples with its future, the Princess Royal has emerged as a voice of reason, albeit one tinged with frustration and pain. Her relationship with Prince William has always been a fascinating dynamic. William, second in line to the throne, represents the monarchy's future, a responsibility he knows all too well. Though separated by decades in age, the two share a bond rooted in their understanding of duty. Anne has watched William grow from a shy young prince into a confident leader, but it seems her recent message to him was as much about guidance as it was a plea for reflection. It all began with whispers within royal circles that Anne had grown increasingly disillusioned with the family's direction. She, like many, was grappling with the immense changes that followed the Queen's passing. However, her concerns seemed to go deeper than mere adjustment. They stemmed from a belief that the monarchy's very essence was at risk. This sentiment, according to insiders, led her to have a frank and emotional conversation with William, one that would ripple through the family. What exactly did she say? Reports suggest that Anne's message to William was simple yet devastating in its implications: "It's all falling apart." These 6 words, spoken with the kind of blunt honesty for which Anne is known, reportedly left William momentarily speechless. For a man used to measured conversations and careful diplomacy, the rawness of Anne's statement was both unexpected and impactful. But why did Anne feel compelled to deliver such a stark message? The answer lies in her growing frustration with the direction the family has taken in recent years. Anne has always been a firm believer in the institution of monarchy, its traditions, its responsibilities, and its ability to serve as a unifying force. Yet, she has watched with unease as controversies have eroded public trust and internal divisions have overshadowed their collective mission. From the fallout of Prince Harry's departure to the ongoing scandal surrounding Prince Andrew, the royal family has found itself at the center of one crisis after another. Anne, who has consistently avoided drama and focused on her duties, reportedly feels these distractions are undermining the family's credibility. Her concern, however, isn't just about optics, it's about the legacy they will leave behind. For William, hearing such a stark assessment from his aunt must have been a moment of reckoning. As the Prince of Wales, he is seen as the bridge between the monarchy's storied past and its uncertain future. He has worked tirelessly to modernize the institution, ensuring it remains relevant in an ever-changing world. Yet Anne's words served as a sober reminder that the family's challenges aren't just external, they are deeply rooted within. Sources close to the royal family reveal that Anne's conversation with William was both heartfelt and urgent. While she respects his efforts to adapt the monarchy to the modern age, she also warned him against losing sight of its foundational principles. For Anne, tradition isn't just an anchor, it's a guidepost that has kept the monarchy afloat through centuries of change. In her view, abandoning those principles in a bid to stay relevant could prove disastrous. The emotional weight of their conversation was palpable, and those who know Anne weren't surprised by her candor. She has always been unflinchingly honest, unafraid to speak her mind even when it might ruffle feathers. But this time, her words carried a sense of finality that was hard to ignore. It wasn't just a critique, it was a call to action, a plea for the family to come together before it's too late. For William, the timing of Anne's message couldn't have been more significant. The transition to his father's reign has placed immense pressure on him, not just as a royal but as a husband and father. Balancing these roles while navigating public expectations has been no easy task. Anne's words, though challenging to hear, may have offered him a perspective he hadn't fully considered, one rooted in decades of experience and an unyielding commitment to the monarchy's survival. As news of Anne's message to William spread, it ignited a flurry of reactions from both the public and the media. Some saw her candor as a refreshing reminder of her steadfast dedication, while others questioned whether such a stark warning might do more harm than good. Regardless of the differing opinions, one thing was clear: Anne's words had struck a chord, not just within the family but across the nation. The public's reaction to Princess Anne's candid statement reflected the deep respect many have for her no-nonsense approach. She has always been the royal who speaks her mind, often bypassing the layers of formalities that usually accompany such discussions. Define royal interactions, but this moment wasn't about making a public statement. It was personal, deeply rooted in her concerns for the family and, more specifically, for Prince William's role in shaping its future. As the weeks passed, insiders began to piece together what might have driven Anne to share such a blunt message. Those close to her suggest that it wasn't just about the immediate issues facing the royal family but a culmination of years of watching the institution struggle to adapt to modern pressures. Anne has long been seen as the workhorse of the monarchy, tirelessly attending engagements and upholding the values instilled in her by her parents, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. To her, the monarchy's strength lies in its unity and unwavering commitment to its duty, qualities she fears may be slipping away. William, on the other hand, represents a new vision for the monarchy. He has made it clear through his actions and public statements that he is committed to modernizing the institution, making it more relatable and accessible to the people it serves. This vision aligns with the changing expectations of a younger generation who see the royal family not just as symbols of tradition but as individuals with the power to advocate for important causes. However, this shift hasn't been without its challenges, and Anne's message highlighted the delicate balance William must strike. The relationship between Anne and William is a unique one. As the eldest daughter of the late Queen, Anne has always been viewed as a stalwart supporter of the monarchy, someone who embodies the very essence of royal service. William, as a future king, shares this dedication but approaches it through a different lens. He has witnessed the trials and tribulations of his parents' marriage, the controversies that followed, and the intense media scrutiny that has become synonymous with being a modern royal. These experiences have shaped his perspective, making him acutely aware of the need to adapt to survive. Anne, however, remains deeply rooted in tradition. She is the kind of royal who doesn't see the need for grand gestures or reinvention. Her philosophy is simple: show up, do the work, and let actions speak louder than words. This stark contrast in approach may have contributed to the weight behind her message to William. It wasn't just a critique, it was a reminder of the principles that have sustained the monarchy for generations. While the content of their conversation was private, the implications were felt throughout the royal household. Some insiders hinted that Anne's words might have been a response to specific events that had left her questioning the direction of the monarchy. One such moment was the ongoing fallout surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's departure from royal duties. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex's decision to step back from their roles and their subsequent public remarks about the institution created a ripple effect that continues to shape the narrative around the royal family. For Anne, the fallout represented more than just a family disagreement, it was a public challenge to the monarchy's credibility. Her frustration likely stemmed from seeing the institution she has dedicated her life to being painted in a negative light, particularly by those who were once part of its inner circle. William, as a key figure in managing the monarchy's response, bore the weight of these challenges, and Anne's message may have been her way of urging him to approach the situation with clarity and resolve. But Anne's concerns didn't end there. The controversies surrounding Prince Andrew added another layer of complexity to the family struggles. Andrew's involvement in high-profile scandals and his subsequent retreat from public life had placed additional strain on the royal household. For someone like Anne, who values hard work and accountability, these events were a bitter pill to swallow. Her message to William may have been a plea to ensure that such controversies don't define the family's legacy. William, in his own way, has shown an understanding of these challenges. His initiatives, such as focusing on mental health awareness and environmental sustainability, demonstrate a desire to address contemporary issues while staying true to the monarchy's core mission. Yet balancing these modern priorities with the expectations of tradition is no easy task. Anne's message served as a reminder that the family's strength lies in its ability to navigate these challenges together rather than allowing them to create divisions. The public, too, has a role in shaping the narrative. While there is an undeniable fascination with royal drama, there is also a deep respect for the institution and the individuals who uphold its values. Anne's reputation as the royal who just gets on with it has earned her admiration from those who view the monarchy as a symbol of stability. Her message to William, though rooted in frustration, was likely seen as an extension of her commitment to ensuring the monarchy's longevity. As these revelations unfolded, attention naturally shifted to William's response. How would he take Anne's words to heart, and what changes, if any, would he implement? Those close to him suggested that the conversation had left a lasting impression, prompting him to reflect on the challenges ahead and the role he must play in overcoming them. While William is no stranger to navigating difficult situations, this moment with Anne may have been a turning point in his journey as the future king. What makes this exchange particularly poignant is the shared understanding between Anne and William. Both have seen firsthand the sacrifices required to uphold the monarchy, and both carry the weight of their respective roles with dignity. Yet their approaches differ, and it is in this difference that the strength of their relationship lies. Anne's willingness to speak her mind and William's openness to listen create a dynamic that is as complex as it is essential. As the royal family continued to navigate the evolving challenges of modern monarchy, the ripple effects of Princess Anne's conversation with Prince William began to surface in subtle but significant ways. The exchange, though private, seemed to set the stage for a broader dialogue within the family about their roles, responsibilities, and collective future. For Anne, this wasn't just about one moment or one conversation, it was about preserving the monarchy as an institution she has served faithfully her entire life. Concerns about the family's direction weren't without merit. In recent years, the monarchy had found itself at a crossroads, caught between the weight of tradition and the pressures of modernity. With younger generations increasingly questioning the relevance of the royal family, Anne's message carried an urgency that couldn't be ignored. Her steadfast belief in the importance of service and duty was a reminder of the values that had sustained the monarchy through turbulent times. At the heart of her conversation with William was a deep-seated fear of losing these values in the face of change. Anne had seen what happens when the monarchy strays too far from its roots. The tumultuous years following the death of Princess Diana had left scars on the family and the institution, exposing vulnerabilities that had previously been concealed by tradition and protocol. For Anne, the lessons of that time were clear: the monarchy must remain grounded in its mission or risk losing the trust of the public. William, for his part, understood the weight of Anne's concerns. As the heir apparent, his every move is scrutinized, and the decisions he makes now will shape the future of the monarchy. While his aunt's message may have seemed like a critique on the surface, those who know him suggest he recognized it as an opportunity, a chance to reaffirm his commitment to the institution and address the challenges that lie ahead. Behind closed doors, the conversation between Anne and William sparked a quiet but meaningful shift in how the family approached their roles. Sources close to the royals revealed that there were renewed discussions about how to balance tradition with progress, with an emphasis on ensuring that each member's contributions align with the monarchy's broader mission. For Anne, this meant doubling down on her public engagements and continuing to set an example through her tireless work ethic. For William, it meant taking a closer look at how the family could adapt to meet the expectations of a changing society. One of the most visible signs of this shift came in the form of increased collaboration between Anne and William. Though they had always maintained a close relationship, the weeks following their conversation saw a notable uptick in joint appearances and shared initiatives. Whether attending charity events together or lending their support to causes close to their hearts, their united front sent a clear message: the monarchy is stronger when it stands together. This newfound unity didn't go unnoticed by the public. In an era where division and discord often dominate headlines, the sight of Anne and William working side by side was a refreshing reminder of what the monarchy represents at its best. It was a testament to their shared commitment to service and their willingness to put the institution above personal differences. However, the road ahead was far from straightforward. While Anne and William had found common ground, other members of the family continued to grapple with their own challenges. The ongoing fallout from Prince Andrew's controversies remained a thorn in the monarchy's side, with public opinion divided over how the situation was being handled. For Anne, this was particularly frustrating. Her no-nonsense approach to accountability stood in stark contrast to the more cautious stance taken by other senior royals. Anne's frustration wasn't just about Andrew's actions, it was about the impact his scandals had on the family as a whole. To her, the monarchy's strength lies in its integrity, and any breach of that integrity risks eroding the public's trust. While she understood the need for discretion in handling sensitive matters, she also believed that accountability should never be compromised. William too felt the weight of these issues. As a future king, he knew that the monarchy's reputation was as much about perception as it was about actions. His efforts to modernize the institution were driven in part by a desire to rebuild public trust, especially among younger generations who view the monarchy with increasing skepticism, and served as a reminder that these efforts must be rooted in the family's core values rather than simply reacting to external pressures. The delicate balancing act between tradition and progress was further complicated by the ongoing tensions with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Their departure from royal duties and subsequent public criticisms of the institution had left a lasting impact on the family. For William, this was deeply personal. For Anne, it was another example of how internal divisions could undermine the monarchy's unity. Despite these challenges, there were signs of hope. The collaboration between Anne and William offered a blueprint for how the family could navigate the complexities of modern monarchy. By focusing on shared goals and emphasizing their commitment to service, they demonstrated that it was possible to honor tradition while embracing change. This balance was particularly evident in their approach to public engagements. Anne's preference for understated, no-frills appearances complemented William's more modern, relatable style. Together, they appealed to a broad spectrum of supporters, bridging the gap between those who value tradition and those who seek a monarchy that reflects contemporary values. As the royal family continued to adapt, the lessons from Anne and William's collaboration became increasingly clear. At its core, the monarchy is about service to the nation, to the Commonwealth, and to the values that define it. For Anne, this has always been a guiding principle, and her message to William was a call to ensure that this principle remains at the heart of everything they do. As the royal family worked to steady itself in the face of internal and external pressures, the bond between Princess Anne and Prince William became a symbol of resilience. Their collaboration, forged in the aftermath of Anne's candid conversation, reminded the family and the public alike of the monarchy's ability to evolve while staying grounded in its mission. However, the challenges they faced were far from over, and the cracks within the family's foundation continued to test their resolve. For Anne, her concerns extended beyond the present moment. She had spent decades upholding the monarchy's values, often quietly and without fanfare. Her unwavering focus on duty had earned her a reputation as a stabilizing force within the family, but it also made her acutely aware of how fragile the institution could become if its members failed to uphold their responsibilities. This awareness had driven her to confront William, but it also fueled her efforts to lead by example. One of the defining moments of this period came during a high-profile public engagement where Anne and William appeared together. The event, aimed at highlighting environmental sustainability, a cause close to both their hearts, showcased the unique strengths of their partnership. Anne's steady presence combined with William's ability to connect with younger audiences underscored the monarchy's relevance in addressing contemporary issues. Their joint speeches, though different in style, carried a shared message: the monarchy must adapt to serve the people while remaining true to its principles. Behind the scenes, however, tensions continued to simmer. The fallout from Prince Andrew's scandal showed no signs of abating, and the family's handling of the situation drew criticism from both the media and the public. For Anne, this was a source of deep frustration. She had always believed that the monarchy's integrity was paramount, and Andrew's actions, coupled with the hesitant responses from the family, threatened to undermine everything they stood for. William, too, felt the strain as he stepped into a more prominent leadership role. The weight of managing these crises often fell on his shoulders. Anne's message about unity and accountability resonated with him, but implementing those ideals within a family so accustomed to operating behind closed doors was no small task. He found himself navigating a delicate balance between protecting the institution's image and addressing its internal challenges. Adding to the complexity was the ongoing tension with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. While the Sussexes had stepped back from royal duties, their public criticisms of the institution had left a lasting impact. William, caught between his role as a brother and his responsibilities as a future king, struggled to reconcile these competing loyalties. Anne, ever the pragmatist, offered her support but maintained a clear-eyed view of the situation. For her, the focus needed to remain on the family's collective mission, regardless of personal grievances. Amid these challenges, the public began to take notice of Anne's increasingly prominent role within the family. Her no-nonsense approach and tireless work ethic stood in stark contrast to the controversies that had dominated headlines. For many, she represented a reminder of what the monarchy could and should be, a symbol of stability in a time of upheaval. This newfound attention brought its own pressures. Anne, who had spent much of her life avoiding the limelight, now found herself at the center of public admiration. While she appreciated the recognition, she remained focused on her duties, using her platform to advocate for causes she cared deeply about. Her approach was simple: show up, do the work, and let the results speak for themselves. William, inspired by his aunt's example, began to adopt a similar mindset. While he had always been committed to his role, Anne's influence encouraged him to focus less on public perception and more on the substance of his work. Together, they demonstrated that the monarchy's strength lay not in grand gestures or carefully crafted narratives but in the quiet determination to serve. This shift in focus was evident in their approach to addressing the family's internal challenges. While the controversies surrounding Andrew and the Sussexes continued to cast a shadow, Anne and William worked to ensure that these issues didn't define the monarchy's legacy. They emphasized the importance of accountability, transparency, and unity, both within the family and in their public engagements. One such engagement, a visit to a youth center dedicated to mental health, showcased the evolving dynamic between Anne and William. As they interacted with young people, their contrasting styles, Anne's straightforwardness and William's relatability, proved to be complementary. Their presence sent a powerful message: despite the challenges they faced, the monarchy remained committed to serving the nation and addressing its most pressing issues. The impact of their efforts was felt beyond the walls of the royal household. Public opinion, while still divided, began to shift in favor of the monarchy. Anne's resurgence as a central figure, coupled with William's growing confidence in his role, helped to restore some of the trust that had been eroded in recent years. It was a testament to the power of collaboration and the importance of staying true to one's values. As the months went on, the bond between Anne and William only grew stronger. Their shared vision for the monarchy, a blend of tradition and progress, served as a guiding light for the family. While challenges remained, their partnership demonstrated that even in the face of adversity, the royal family could find a way forward. Yet, for Anne, the work was far from over. She knew that preserving the monarchy's legacy would require more than just addressing immediate crises. It would demand a renewed commitment to the principles that had sustained it for centuries. Her message to William was just the beginning of this effort, a call to action that would shape the family's approach for years to come. As the royal family looked toward the future, the bond between Princess Anne and Prince William stood as a cornerstone of hope and resilience. Their shared commitment to service, bolstered by a mutual respect for each other's strengths, had not only reinforced the monarchy's foundation but also offered a blueprint for how it could endure. Yet, even with this progress, the road ahead remained fraught with challenges that demanded both unity and resolve. Anne, ever pragmatic, was keenly aware that the monarchy's survival depended on its ability to balance tradition with evolution. While she had always championed the values of service and duty, she also understood the importance of adaptability. The world was changing rapidly, and with it came shifting public expectations. Younger generations, in particular, sought transparency and relatability, qualities that the royal family had often struggled to embody. William, inspired by his aunt's insights, took these lessons to heart. His efforts to modernize the monarchy, while grounded in tradition, began to take on a sharper focus. He recognized the importance of addressing issues that resonated with the public, from mental health and environmental sustainability to social inequality. These priorities not only reflected his own passions but also aligned with a broader mission and had emphasized to serve as a unifying force in an increasingly divided world. This renewed sense of purpose became evident in how the royal family approached its public engagements. Anne, true to her reputation, continued to lead by example, attending a staggering number of events and initiatives. The number of events and quietly championing causes close to her heart, her ability to connect with people through her straightforward manner resonated deeply, reminding the public that the monarchy's strength lay in its ability to serve without pretense. William began to carve out a distinct identity as a leader. His public appearances, often marked by warmth and relatability, showcased a modern approach to monarchy that resonated with younger audiences. By working closely with Anne, he demonstrated that the royal family could embrace change while staying true to its roots. Behind the scenes, however, tensions within the family persisted. The unresolved issues surrounding Prince Andrew continued to cast a shadow over the monarchy, as did the lingering fallout from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's departure. For Anne, these challenges were a constant reminder of the fragility of the institution. She remained steadfast in her belief that accountability and unity were essential, even when they came at a personal cost. William, navigating these dynamics with the weight of his future role in mind, sought to address these issues head-on. Inspired by Anne's directness, he began to adopt a more proactive approach to managing the family's challenges. This included fostering open communication within the royal household and seeking ways to rebuild trust with the public. While these efforts were not without setbacks, they reflected a growing determination to lead with integrity and purpose. The relationship between Anne and William became a beacon of what the monarchy could achieve when its members worked together. Their ability to bridge generational differences and unite around a common mission offered hope for the future, even as they faced ongoing scrutiny. For Anne, this partnership was not just a source of pride, it was a testament to the values she had spent her life upholding. As time went on, the impact of their collaboration began to take shape in tangible ways. Public support for the monarchy, though not without its critics, began to stabilize. Anne's resurgence as a prominent figure, coupled with William's evolving leadership, helped to counteract some of the negative narratives that had plagued the family in recent years. Their joint efforts demonstrated that the monarchy, while not immune to challenges, could adapt and endure. The lessons from Anne and William's partnership extended beyond the royal family. They served as a reminder of the importance of resilience, collaboration, and a shared commitment to a greater purpose. For the public, their example offered a glimpse of what the monarchy could achieve when its members put aside personal differences and worked together for the common good. Anne, reflecting on her conversation with William, recognized that it had been a turning point not just for him but for herself as well. It reaffirmed her belief in the power of honesty and the importance of speaking up, even when the message is difficult to deliver. For William, her words had been a catalyst for growth, prompting him to embrace his role with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. The bond they shared, forged through a mutual respect for duty and service, became a cornerstone of the family's efforts to navigate an uncertain future. While challenges remained, their partnership offered a path forward, one rooted in the values that had sustained the monarchy for centuries. As the royal family continues to evolve, the legacy of Anne and William's collaboration serves as a reminder that the monarchy's strength lies not in its ability to avoid challenges but in its willingness to confront them with integrity and unity. For Anne, this has always been the essence of her role, to uphold the values of service and duty and to inspire others to do the same. In the end, their journey reflects not just the resilience of the monarchy but also the enduring power of family. For all its flaws and challenges, the royal family remains a symbol of continuity and stability, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to move forward together. With that, we have reached the end of today's video. If you have made it this far, be sure to check out other videos on the channel.